Hello and good afternoon. My name is Babar Raja. I am contesting the elections of MP from Hall Green and Mosley constituency. I have a 8-point agenda. Number 1 point is Palestine and Gaza and also Kashmir. I'll be campaigning for that because I've been campaigning for Kashmir and Palestine issues since 1993 of my student time from the university. This is my first agenda. My other agenda points are like immigration is one of the issue with people those come as an immigrant into this country on the work permit or as a spouse or dependents for the students. They have to pay very high fees and they have to pay NHS charges as well, 1,200 per person. So this is a big burden for people those come to work here. They don't get any benefit relief as well until they get settled down after 5 or 6 years. So I think this is the second priority and a major issue in these areas. And number 2 is, of course, the NHS is an issue where particularly elderly people and people with the severe illness, they have to wait for a long time to get the appointments from the hospitals. Other than that, housing is a big issue in the area. People struggle to get house on the rent, and rents in the area is also very high. It's nearly impossible for people to afford their housing rents, and this is another point. In addition to the points like education and training is as a point. I think education is very important. Training is very important for youth, particularly youth from the age of 18 till 24. They struggle, particularly youth those have left the school or college or the universities. They struggle to get work experience and they struggle to get the jobs, and that has a detrimental impact, and then youth go toward drugs because of these reasons as well. And in addition, I think the community safety is a big issue where people complain to police, but the police just give them the crime reference number. They don't get anything. The problem or the crime reference number doesn't actually work for them, and the issue is not resolved. Even though police should take some actions and should resolve the problem of the community, and instead they just give the crime reference number because they say we don't have enough resources. I think all these points are my. It's not a one point. This is my agenda, and I'll be working toward these agendas for my community. I think that has a very bad impact on the well-being of the community, particularly Muslim community. Sentiment has been affected. I met a young guy, 17 years of age. He said, I cry all night. I don't know what to do when I watch the images on my mobile screen. So I think Britain should recognize Palestine as an independent sovereign state, and Britain should stop funding Israel. IDF should not use people's money to support Israel. Yes, I think the good thing is there's a consensus in the community that there should be one candidate out of 3 of us. Ideally, there should be one candidate. Although Muslim vote is always scattered, we have 5 Muslim candidates from the constituency. Out of 8 candidates, 2 are part of the parties, 3 of us are independent. And I think we are talking to each other. There's a communication directly and indirectly, and I've written to both respected candidates that if they get one candidate out of them, I will be stepped down without any conditions for the sake of Gaza. I think and I believe that all 3 of us, we have the same agenda. The first agenda, the priority agenda is Gaza issue, and I can step down for Gaza if they agreed on one person. I think I've seen quite a lot of interest from the local community. I registered people's votes. I went to visit people, and people have given a very encouraging response. And I believe this is quite encouraging for me when I meet community around and I see them. They are involved and they are concerned about the areas. They raise the issues, local issues. Then we have international issues. But I think it is what it is. But we want to work with people, and we'll be continually working with people, inshallah. And I think the biggest issue is the poverty issue in this area, and I'll be addressing those issues. I'll try to bring more funding into this area, inshallah, and more schemes of funding toward these areas.